The Disney parks are known throughout the world for countless innovative and amazing rides, but not all rides are created equal. Because for every Avatar Flight of Passage, there's a Na'vi River Journey. For every Space Mountain, there's a Tomorrowland Speedway. And for every Star Wars Rise of the Resistance, there's a Na'vi River Journey. Yes, we get it, that ride's kind of lame, a bit of a meme, but I want to show off and talk about some truly unique and lame rides. Because the price of admission to these parks is crazy expensive and you can't waste time on any lame rides. Unless you're like me and you do actually seek out some lame rides, because you are, in fact, maybe a little bit of a lame person. That's okay. It's all right. If we all like lame rides here, there's nothing wrong with that. It's a small world. Yes, it's a classic ride. It's all about like world peace and living together in harmony or something. And sure, if you drink the water on this ride, don't drink the water on this ride. You will see the space-time continuum flowing all around you, just like that one time Lisa Simpson drank the water at that Duff Gardens ride.
I am the Lizard Queen!
No, this ride is lame and not for the reason you're thinking of. This ride is lame now because they are jamming IPs into it. And rides change all the time, it's what Disney does, and I kind of like the fact that they're finding ways for inclusivity and diversity, but now they're adding Marvel characters into it. And it's not like subtle kind of Marvel characters, like you maybe kind of see some subtle things with some of the animals in there, like, oh yeah, that looks like, you know, a Lion King thing or something. No, these are just like really slap you in the face Marvel characters, okay? I don't think It's a Small World needs like Thor and Gamora and Groot. Star-Lord? What, does he need to be in this ride? And these guys aren't even like the true Marvel Comics version, they're just the MCU, like over-designed costume with so many lines and shapes all over the place. Not for me. Not for me. Not for me. Thankfully, this is only like a temporary thing, and I believe they only did it over in Tokyo Disneyland, so I really hope that they don't bring this to, you know, the other parks. I mean, I'll admit these little Marvel guys are kind of adorable. They do look kind of cute, but it's just kind of lame. Kind of lame. Cranium Command. Okay, this ride only became popular as of late because a bunch of little kids snuck in backstage and took pictures and videos of the ride sitting back there collecting cobwebs and dust. This attraction was originally it was lame. It was so lame. You go into a room, there's lots of screens. You're just kind of like sitting there, and there's like one robot. It's Buzzy. Nobody cared about Buzzy either until just recently, again, because John Stamos has him. It's just my theory. I think John Stamos has a lot of Disney stuff he shouldn't have. Just gonna put that out there, John. Stamos, what do you got? You got Buzzy? Okay, hold up. I discovered something amazing when I was editing this. Cranium Command actually kind of slaps. I need to apologize because I was unaware of your game, Cranium Command. I had no idea. It's still kind of lame and nerdy, but also equally amazing. One of my patrons actually reminded me how great this ride is. And I know I keep saying ride, there's an attraction, but for the extensive purposes of this video, I keep going back and forth between the two, but you get the point, you get the point. I love how the pre-show starts with a little cameo of Ernest. And then then the animation style is kind of this photorealistic pics of people, kind of like a Monty Python-like intro. The main show with Buzzy is incredible. It's like one of those fun movies written by adults for kids. It doesn't really talk down to the kids. It still kind of has that fun, edgy energy to it, but not like too offensive in a way. It's still like, hey, it's good enough for everybody. Kind of has that, once again, 90s, 80s kid movie energy. Plus, you know, we get some educational stuff in there, something about the body functions, all that crazy stuff, all the different characters. The cast is out of control in this as well. You got Charles Grodin, George Wendt from Cheers, Bobcat Goldthwait, Dana Carvey and Kevin Nealon as Hans and Franz from SNL. John Lovitz is kind of the only annoying person here to me. I'm not a big John Lovitz fan. I mean, I'm just watching this thing right now. It's like I'm here, a part of the show.
Careful, some of these compounds are not entirely stable.
I feel like an unstable compound whenever we look at her. This must be chemistry.
Concentrate.
These type of Disney attractions are great. There's a simple conflict, kid going to school, sitting next to his crush, he stands up for her, gets into a food fight, gets into trouble, it moves quick. It's nice and snappy, you know, because each little organ pops in and says a little joke or does a little thing, drives the plot, moves, it's fast. And the set pieces for the organs are incredible. It's all real sets and props. It's like imaginative. It has this homemade arts and crafts kid energy to it. And I love the brain set here. Here's the cool thing. I actually found a behind the scenes making and filming of all these movie insert segments. They show like everything. The construction of the sets, filming scenes with the actors, testing out Buzzy in the actual showroom, and I just love the physical sets here.
And those are all moved by hand. Top carousel that could carry things any direction we wanted.
It's so sterile now in the theme parks. They would never do stuff like this. It's not like offensive or anything. It's just, Disney they want to have everything very safe and gentle. I'm like, I need some edge. I need some, scare the kids a little bit. Put the fear in them. Just the safe fear. I think, no joke, I might actually do another video just talking about Cranium Command. The making of it, the history. I know tons of other people have done it, but really I just wanted to include Cranium Command in this video so I could use that video of that dork getting arrested again. That's correct. All of this was just a setup for one big dumb joke. But now I walked away with a whole new appreciation for this ride. Attraction, whatever you want to call it. The thing that you go in and you're at Disney World and you walk into the room and stuff happens. Let's just stay right in the Wonders of Life Pavilion because it also had a pretty other equally lame ride called Body Wars. It's like the other Star Tours ride, essentially. It's identical. It is basically that, but just way more violent. Way more just shake you to your core. I rode this as a kid. And as a kid back then, I had way higher endurance for these type of motion simulator rides. That ride destroyed me. I was done for the day. It's like I don't want to do this anymore. This ain't fun. I think essentially this ride was just you get shrunk down into like a little guy, little ship into a body. It's like Inner Space, like that Martin Short Inner Space movie, and like you're floating around and you see some blood. I think there's a splinter at one point, like a splinter through the skin. That's all I remember. I just remember being really violently sick afterwards. Inner Space, man, that movie was out of control. Martin Short did some wild stuff in the early 90s. Anyone remember Clifford? That movie, it's adult person Martin Short playing mischievous child named Clifford.
I believe the dinosaur world is the only place where a boy like me can be happy.
I just love that one scene with the dad from Beethoven and him are going back and forth. Just be normal. Look at me like a normal human boy.
If you do one thing that I find weird, which is, like your middle name, see, you're doing it right now. Can you just act like a human boy for 1 minute here? Look at me like a person. You can't do it for more than a few seconds. Look at me like a human boy. Don't mess around with me.
This movie opens in the year 2050 with adult Clifford as a priest with some of like the worst makeup ever. They don't make really bad, stupid movies like this anymore. No, they make those like stupid Netflix movies that cost like $500 million and it's got like Chris Pratt and the Stranger Things girl. You didn't even watch movies. Not for me. Not for me. Let me tell you, this is not going to be the only time I'll bring up Martin Short in this video. The Navi River Journey. Okay, listen, I know at the beginning of the video I said I'm going to avoid talking about the overdone, memey, lame rides, but this ride is ridiculously lame. You're just on a boat in the dark, and then you see an animatronic at the end. That's it. That's the whole ride. I just explained it to you. But I kind of love how unapologetically lame this ride is at the same time. It's like them admitting, like, yeah, we spent all the money on the other Avatar ride. Here's a river ride. We're sorry. The animatronic is so cool though. And it is like you're in the dark and it's in the air conditioning. I can't complain. I can look around at some things and there's a black light. Perfect. That's great for me. Once again, lame person. Kali River Rapids. Just the queue. Yes. This ride is just a standard river rafting rapids ride. It's fine, it's cool. I have one of those at my Six Flags, but mine has dinosaurs and time travel. This one, you just like something about deforestation. I'm not entirely sure. But the queue is low-key amazing. Lots of great detail throughout. You kind of walk into this like little shrine area and Oh, he's like looking around, there's all these little details. I mean, just look at this. Look at this stuff. I just love all the cues at Animal Kingdom. There's so much detail and fun little storytelling throughout. Everyone always says Animal Kingdom's like the lame park. Okay, it might be, but in my opinion, S tier, okay? Love it. I love it. Unironically love it. The crazy amount of detail. Joe Rohde just went hog wild in this park. Absolutely love it. This queue just captures the essence of this park so well. It's great and it's lame. Right up my alley. All right, controversial pick here. Slinky Dog Dash at Toy Story Land in Hollywood Studios. The land of random IPs. This ride is pretty lame depending on where you sit. I think I've only been on it once, or maybe twice, and I'm pretty sure both times I sat in the very front of the ride, right in front of Slinky Dog's head. I couldn't see anything. I was like, oh, this is cool. Just see the back of the dog's head. Maybe sitting in the back is even cooler because it's like, you know, stretchy, slinky, maybe get a little extra G-force. In general, this is a pretty tame, this is like kids' first roller coaster type of energy. It's all right. You know, it's got lots of banking, swooping. You kind of go down a hill and it kind of like takes you slowly down the hill. It's also incredibly short. I think it's like 90 seconds long. And the wait times for this ride is always out of control. Like way too long throughout the entire day. It's always like at least 60 minutes plus. And I'm like, okay. Honestly, I think it's a better ride just to look at. I don't need to be on it. I can just like look at it and I'm like, oh, visually looks really cool. You got like, you know, you got the one, you got the Joan Cusack doll. And she's like, oh boy. She's like standing on the thing. You know what I'm talking about. I think it looked visually a lot cooler than it is actually riding it. The new Oak Canada 360 movie at the Canadian Pavilion at Epcot. I don't even know what it's called anymore. Hold on 1 second here. It is called Canada Far and Wide. Full disclosure, I love Canada. I think in another lifetime I was probably Canadian. Maybe one day I can be an honorary Canadian. We'll just see. It's a home to some great people. Ryan Gosling, the guy who voices Shrek. Dave Foley. Not sure why those are the only 3 Canadians I could think of off the top of my head. There's lots of them. Could have picked some better ones. No one's better than Ryan Gosling, let's be honest. Sadly, this 360 movie show previously had Martin Short as the host. He was amazing in it. Martin Short, I'll just say, is a national treasure. This line right here with the Celine Dion.
Someone who loves Canada, who grew up there.
Is Celine Dion here?
No, Celine Dion is not here.
Gets me every time. The comedic timing on it is so good. But now they replace Short with Eugene Levy and Catherine O'Hara. And I'm like, okay, great. I love these two as well. They're also comedy icons. Unfortunately, they completely wasted their talent on this attraction. They give the most paint-by-numbers narration, thanks to Disney probably overwriting this thing and having way too many cooks in the kitchen when they're writing it. They're like, oh, we just gotta make it sound like this and that. Gotta make sure we appeal to everybody. We appeal to no one at the same time. There's no jokes in here. There's nothing. Completely wasted. Why did you get these 2 comedy icons to do the narration? Hate it. I hate it. I hate it. It's so lame now. It was so great with Martin Short before. Why did they do this? I'm just kidding. Nothing could ruin Canada for me. Gave me Kids in the Hall and Bret Hart. The Drew Carey Listen in the Dark show. Sounds dangerous. It sounds lame is more like it. Does anyone remember this? It was in that one theater where I think they do American Idol now, maybe, something like that. It's in Hollywood Studios. Anyway, Drew Carey plays like a security guard or something, and at one point he's got a hidden camera on his lapel and he has to stuff it in his mouth. And so you as an audience member have to sit in the theater in the dark listening to things happening outside of his mouth. I don't know why the audience is a part of this sting operation. None of this makes sense. And the other thing that really boggles my mind is the fact that you have to wear headphones in this attraction. That's right. You're sitting in the theater, in the dark, for an extended amount of time, with headphones on. Sweaty, gross, grimy, nasty headphones that all kinds of people have worn because they came in from that Florida humidity and heat and they just stuff it on their head. It soaks in, and like the padding from the headphones just soak in all their sweat. Gross. I don't want their ear sweat on my ear sweat. I mean, this attraction was just, it was so beyond lame and stupid. So once again, you sit in the theater, in the dark, with headphones on.
What?
That weird hologram Jack Sparrow ride, the Legend of Jack Sparrow, who cares what the name of this thing was? I swear to God, I was brought into this ride, like, cause they were, I guess, in the midst of like early testing or something. A cast member pulled me in to do this attraction, a la like one of those people that works in the kiosk at the mall. I'm like, oh, hold on one second, you wanna try this? That's exactly what this cast member did. Pulled me into this strange room on the side of a building, one of their sound stages. You walk into this giant room. It's supposed to look like a pirate lair or something in a cave. It's part of like a pirate boat, and there's these digital projections on the wall. And then that's it. It ends with Johnny Depp kind of having this hologram-like thing on one of the boats. It looks like that Walt Disney hologram weird thing that they did at that Disney Museum exhibition. This thing was so freaking lame. Because all you're doing is you're just standing in this room looking up at the ceiling and the walls. Oh yeah, yeah, that's cool. Look at that thing. Oh, it's Johnny Depp. I swear, I found some pictures of people waiting to get into this thing. It's like a huge line. It's like Halloween Horror Nights level line. And I cannot for the life of me understand why people went to do this thing. Another quick little thing while we're at Hollywood Studios, lots of lame rides at Hollywood Studios, I will say that. I remember back in the day, there was a part of the backstage tour. You could kind of see one of the sets for a TV show that was being filmed there. And the set that I saw was for the short-lived 90s Mortal Kombat Conquest show. The show was unbelievably lame. It was like a knockoff Young Hercules show, also starred Ryan Gosling. This show was like a knockoff of that. And Young Hercules already felt like a knockoff of like a concept of what a TV show should be. This was the most watered down, dum-dum show. And a lot of the scenes took place in this set. It's like they had nothing else to do. I'm like, let's just write a bunch of scenes in here. I actually found this one video of someone having a tour through the actual set itself. Kind of cool. You can see ground level and look at all the stuff here. Yeah, it's a set for a lame TV show that nobody remembers. I think it lasted maybe 1 year. All right, the People Mover. Yes, it is the king of the lame rides, but that's only true if you have no heart and soul, and you don't enjoy a little bit of breeze and some shade. Basically the perfect ride, in my opinion. You get a nice little scenic tour of Tomorrowland. You get to see Space Mountain in the dark. Oh, that's cool. Oh, yeah. Also, you can see the fireworks on there. And yes, I did spend all day riding this ride once. 40 sometimes. Dan got up to like 60 sometimes. Double, triple S tier ride, the People Mover, greatest ride in all of Disney World. I've said it. I know it's lame. I don't care. But if you want something that's actually really, really, really lame, it's the ride that replaced the People Mover over in Disneyland. This abomination of a ride only lasted a couple months, and it nearly destroyed the People Mover track. Rocket Rods. Quite possibly the dumbest name you could ever have for a ride. Rocket Rods. I'm fairly certain this was the radical brainchild of Michael Eisner. He went through a phase in the 90s of just trying to impress his teenage kids. I'm pretty sure Michael Eisner does something with like baseball cards now, right? Sure, why not? Rocket Rods is almost like a ride that can be filled with Crystal Pepsi, Dunkaroos, and Spawn comic books. A relic of the 90s. This ride looks like those kids that you knew in middle school that didn't really read comic books, but they really liked the Punisher because he killed the bad guys.
Radical dude.
Blasted you off at like 35 miles per hour, then it slowed down to make a sharp turn. The pacing of this ride was awful. Because normally on like roller coasters, you kind of like bank a little bit, kind of go in these turns. No, you're on the People Mover track, which was designed to go very slow. Just kind of like go around the turns. Nothing on this ride worked whatsoever. Lots of tire screeching sound effects throughout. You know, the People Mover is like a ride that lasts like 16 minutes. This lasts like 3 minutes, I think. This ride, no joke, it opened for 1 month back in the late 90s, then immediately closed down, reopened 3 months later, and only lasted like less than 2 years. Now, sadly, the People Mover track is sitting wasting away at Disneyland. I think this track has been like permanently damaged because of this stupid ride. This ride was just the epitome of lame because it tried so hard to be so cool and edgy, and it just didn't work whatsoever. I'm telling you, the North American Disney parks in the 90s and early 2000s were an awkward and angsty place. So what have we learned today? Well, the Disney parks have a lot of lame rides. I'm sure I can find tons more lame rides. So if you want to hear me rant and rave about weird old lame rides, maybe some new lame rides, let me know. Let me know some of your lamest rides. I'm a lame person. I enjoy these rides. I enjoy a lot of these rides on this list, except for Rocket Rods. My God. And Listen in the Dark, the hologram, Jack Sparrow thing. Okay, so I don't like a lot of the rides on this list. I pretty much only like Small World, the Navi River Journey, People Mover. So of the 12 things I have on here, I only like 3. So I don't know what that percentage is, but yeah, Disney makes some lame, stinky stinkers. Especially, oh my God, that Drew Carey Sounds Dangerous thing. Unbelievable. Unbelievable that they were like, yeah, this will work. This will work as an attraction. We're just sitting in the dark in this theater. What is happening?